Please. The sound of his own voice was barely a whisper. How long had he been hanging there? The blood rushing to his brain had made him pass out more than once. When he would wake, his body would scream in pain, and he would cry in silent agony because his vocal cords had torn to shit hours ago. There wasn't much use in calling for help. Nobody cared if he lived or died. There was no one that was going to save him. He had thrown up at some point. The sticky stench of drying vomit filled his senses. It had dripped down his face and into his hair. His tears had carved trenches in the caked bile on his cheekbones and into his ears. Make it stop, he whimpered again. I just want it over.
Over?
A strangely familiar voice came from a darkened corner of the otherwise empty room.
That isn't what you really want.
Bullshit. His angry protest coming out as a choked, rasping shriek. Why the fuck would I want this? Go fuck yourself. The voice in the corner laughed.
You came to me. You made the choice.
He heard pills rattling in a bottle from where the voice came from.
These will help you remember.
No, he was sobbing. Please, don't.
Why resist?
The voice now came from behind him.
She's gone.
The voice was talking about Marina. He closed his eyes. Marina. He could still smell the sweet scent of her body, jasmine and ivory soap. He remembered the smell mixed with their sweat after they had coupled. He remembered pulling her close, her back to his front, and breathing her in. He ached in the memory of her face, the way her eyes grew wide when he filled her. He could almost feel her, hear her soft cries of pleasure. Then the visions changed, her cries turning to sobs. It was the last time he saw her, huddled on the floor. She was covering her face. Marina, he had said, and she looked up at him. Her beautiful face was mangled, blood running down from the cut on her cheek. Her dark eyes now haunted. An ugly purple bruise was forming on the bridge of her nose.
It was broken,
the voice said.
You broke it.
He began sobbing again. I didn't mean to.
She was trying to help you,
the voice continued.
She loved you. You, a piece of trash.
The voice laughed again.
And what did you do?
The voice now close to his ear.
What did you do?
I didn't mean to. He started to shake uncontrollably. I just needed her to listen.
She took what was yours,
the voice said.
And you made her pay for it.
He sobbed harder. He couldn't remember most of it. They had been arguing. She had found the bottle of pain pills. He had promised to stop. He had lied and tried to keep it from her. She emptied the bottle into the toilet and flushed. He remembers a blinding rage and then nothing until he saw her there on the floor crying. What had he done?
You made her pay for it,
the voice said again. She left him after that. How long ago was it? How long had she been gone?
She's not here to stop you now,
the voice said as a hand appeared in front of him. The little pink pills seemed to whisper to him. We can take the pain away. He shook his head. She's gone because of you. I just want it to end. I want it all to end. He closed his eyes and tried to turn his head away. Please, just make it stop. A hand grabbed a hold of his hair and wrenched his head forward. He stared, horrified, at the face of the bearer of the voice.
You are worthless,
the voice screamed at him.
You want it to stop? You want it to fucking stop?
The hand released his hair and pried his mouth open. He kept staring into the eyes of his captor. Cold blue eyes. Eyes he had seen all his life. He noticed the scar above the left temple, where some of the glass from the car wreck cut him deep. The rage in those eyes, the same rage that touched Marina. He hated those eyes. He hated that voice. He hated himself. He went limp then. He didn't struggle as the enraged version of himself stuffed nearly the entire contents of the pill bottle down his throat. Tears streamed down his face as his mouth was held shut, and he was forced to swallow or suffocate. Whatever bonds were holding him snapped, and he was slammed into the hard, cold floor face down. He was then kicked onto his back, and he saw his own face hovering over him, a maddening smile. "There," his voice said. "It'll stop now." They found his body on the bathroom floor, an empty pill bottle in his hand. Hey guys and ladies, thanks for watching. Send your story or creepypasta to the email in the description. My merch, Patreon, Instagram, Twitter, and Discord are down there too. Anything you do to help support the channel is much appreciated. I'll probably do I asked permission on a longer creepypasta that I thought was pretty cool. So coming next will either be that, if they say yes, or I'll be doing another True Scary Stories. If I do the long creepypasta though, I'll do a true after that. Okay? I can. Be good to animals, even people. See ya.
Ja, snämar, Bergsbus, Rish.